Ahoy! Today I'm not showing you any awesome guides, however I've got something else, something a little bit different for you. Awakened Hazardous Valley is one of my favorite dungeons, and many of my guildmates and friends share this sentiment. As it happens, it can also be a pretty rewarding way to pass the time. Well, I've made a video compiling the last over 70 runs I've done, most of them with guildmates and some with other friends. As you can see, I've only included the footage of us opening the last 3 chests. There are 2 more boxes on the way, but since they can only drop upgrade cores of high and highest grade, I thought it would be too boring to put those in the video too. If you check out the drop list of the dungeon before you enter, you can see that it's got plenty of awesome stuff on it. To name a few, you can get crafted items between Sig Metal and Archerium grade, slot extenders, Astra bikes, and so on. Oh, and of course there are the amulets. It's indeed rare that a dungeon is worth farming just for that special item it can drop. In my opinion, dry frame items from Macfiness Outpost are kinda useless nowadays, just as Drosnin's earrings and Lycanus weapons are. These amulets, however, well, the base stats aren't anything special. The green ones give you 2 max rate, the purple ones 3 and the orange 4. But they also spawn with 3 random craft options, either critical damage or skill amp. The quality of those options is varying. That means you can get an amulet with 3 times 1% amp, or if you're lucky, it may give you 3 times 6% critical damage. Needless to say though that orange amulets are as rare as an albino black sheep. I think I found 3 during my career and all of those had pretty bad options. I must say that outrageous items with 7% skill amp bonus are pretty common in here. Of course, it's also worth adding that they aren't too valuable anymore, since finishing Awakened Forbidden Island and this dungeon isn't a challenge anymore for any decent party. However, every time an outrageous item is dropped, there is a tiny chance for one of its slots to be filled with an additional 7% amp, and those items are really still worth a fortune. Of course, the chances are very low. I've actually had the luck to find one of those in nearly 1,000 runs so far. We managed to sell it for 12 billion ons, which is really a nice profit for 3 people. But that was before the hackers flooded the whole server though. Now 14 amp items aren't expensive anymore, since those guys are killing bosses on all maps alone and can solo a Banton city. Anyway, there's little we can do about them. Speaking of which, if you see any hackers, please do your best to take a screenshot at least, but better yet record it as they are in act and send a ticket to the support desk. They are the only ones who can actually do anything about the issue. For the sake of all the players and for the sake of the game, that's the best thing we can do. They are ruining the game's economy and destroying the fun of honest players. Speaking of fun, the main reason I like this dungeon is because it is challenging enough not to get boring. And most importantly, since the number of players who can enter is limited to 3, you don't have to mess around with creating a party for hours. You can just grab 2 of your best friends and spam it. There's just nothing worse than waiting for all the members of a larger party to be ready, and then after everyone someone just goes AFK and all the others have to wait. No, in this dungeon it's different, and that makes it a lot more fun to me. Oh, there's an actual orange amulet. The stats are once again pretty bad though, but it's still a start. Anyway, let's switch to another topic. I'm sure you're bored enough of my voice already, so here you go. A little introduction from some of the players who I'm often playing together with. And meanwhile, enjoy the video as well. First of all, the one and only Moon.
Language identified. Attempting to translate voice from Moonish to English. Please wait. Translation complete.
Hello everyone and thank you Captain for inviting me. My name is Marcin and you may also know me as the Moon from Guild Back to Basics, in which I'm a vice leader along with few great people and friends of mine. I really hope you guys all enjoy the current video that is about one of my absolute favorite dungeons, Awakened Hazardous Valley, and the reason of that is mainly because the background is really nice to see, especially if you like the natural landscapes, as I personally do. Also, it's pretty fast, so you can't get too bored of spamming that. And at last but not least, for many people, you can get really precious drop in there, like we did several times in the past, which obviously is very nice addition. So may the fortune be also with you. That's it, so you guys won't die to boredom. Don't forget to see the other videos of Captain's channel, because these are not only funny to watch, but also very interesting. Hope to see you all in the game. Take care yourselves.
Now, our warrior who loves... yeah. Hello, I am Lucas, but you know me as Mr. Joint, a warrior from Back to Basics. I have reached level 200 recently, and now my goal is to reach honor rank 20. Ah, that was actually me, but he didn't want to record his voice, so I had to do something.
Holy shit.
Good old friend, the Force Blader whom I've conquered countless foes with, the Dragon.
Hello, I'm Kamil, also known as the AHV, a Force Blader from the guild Back to Basics in Cabal Online. I hope you will enjoy the video, and don't forget to subscribe my friend's channel.
And here comes Dennis, our samurai.
Hello guys, I'm Samurai Soul from Back to Basics, looking for slot extended highest and usually PW5s. If anyone has them, please give them to me. The best drops that I had in Awakened Hazardous Valley so far were Sigmetal Crystal of Fatal with 18 damage with 2 slots, and Mithril Headgear of Outrageous with 7 amp with 2 slots. The rest were only craps. I'll be back.
And I am Watchman, also known as Dave. Some people call me Captain, though I can't help but wonder why. Anyway, I'm mainly in this dungeon for the orange amulets, but some extra money from the drops sure won't hurt. And a little bonus footage for your patience. It must have taken a lot to watch this whole thing. If you just skipped to this point in the video though, shame on you. Anyway, here are the legendary cubes as well. I hope you enjoyed the video after all, and ahoy!